Author Mark Twain once said there are two types of public speakers, those who are nervous and those who are lying. He may not be too far off. According to Psychology Today, in America, the fear of public speaking ranks higher than fear of snakes, of clowns, of even death. However, just like all fears, knowledge and practice can help relieve some of that. Today, my colleague, Professor Aileen and I would like to share with you a few do's and don'ts of public speaking, and hopefully it will help you become a better public speaker.
Make sure that when you're doing your presentation, you're using your own words. It's okay to have strong opinions as long as you can back it up with facts. So make sure to take responsibility for what you say and make sure to cite to others if you are taking their words.
Don't ramble. Sometimes when we're speaking and we start to get a little nervous, we tend to do one of two things. We either freeze up and don't say anything, or we tend to say too much. We tend to ramble. And when we ramble, we go to a subject that's easy for us to remember ourselves. Sometimes you can risk oversharing information. So try to stay on your subject and not overshare, because you can get yourself into a pretty awkward situation and you need to be focusing on your message. Knitting is a great pastime. It's a great way to be productive and have a little fun. When I was young, my grandmother taught me how to knit. Well, actually, she taught me the basics of it. I really learned more in prison. Well, not the first time, because they don't let violent offenders have knitting needles, but the second time, I learned a lot. Man, Big Betty could throw a pearl stitch like you wouldn't believe. But anyway, back to knitting.
Use your body language. Don't just stand there with your hands at your side like you're a statue. Make sure to use your hands, use your stage, make eye contact, and make your body language continue the message that you're saying.
Don't rely too heavily on your visual aids. Visual aids are there to assist you, to help you explain a concept. They're bullet points for you. They are not to be used as an entire outlay of your speech that you can read from. When you start reading from your visual aids, you neglect eye contact with your audience, which is very important.
Remember to practice. Practice with a mirror, or turn on the TV to C-SPAN, turn the volume down low and pretend that you are speaking to Congress. Practice on a friend, your dog, a picture on the wall. You can also videotape yourself and see how you stand, but remember, practice.
Don't talk down to your audience. Your goal in public speaking is to deliver a message, which is very difficult to do if your audience is not receptive. And one way for them to completely shut you out is to talk to them in either a condescending tone or to use words that they're not very receptive to. So, you have to live in a cave to not know what knitting is, and everybody should be able to knit. I mean, come on, even guys, I know you think it's not a guy thing, but that's really kind of sexist, don't you think?
Remember to dress professionally. Your dress reflects your attitude, and if you want to be taken seriously, you have to dress professionally.
Don't panic if you miss something. Let's be honest, no one's perfect. And sometimes when we're speaking, we forget things. Chances are your audience won't even realize that you forgot it. They will notice if you stumble and try to go back and pick it up. However, continue on, and if it's something of vital importance, you can weave it into your narrative a little bit later. I'm Kelly Gamble from Southeastern Oklahoma State University's Departments of Communication, English, and Humanities. And along with my colleague, Professor Aileen Schlissel from Thomas Edison State University and Hollywood High School, we'd like to thank you for watching our presentation on public speaking and hope that our do's and don'ts can help you become a more confident speaker.